Last time on the Guardians of Fehal.
Una managed to get Ualan to go outside on a walk with her, where she dropped her disguise and fully revealed herself. Taken aback by seeing a familiar face from his home village, Ualan agreed to follow her inside the Jin Maw and speak privately upstairs. The two had a very heated conversation over what he was doing and his ties to a very evil organization and working with someone like Liu, a man from Una's village who murdered quite a few innocent villagers just because they were human. After more back and forth, Una successfully convinces him that it's not too late for him to change his ways, and he begins to share some of the plans of the group he's traveling with, and the mission that they were tasked with by Una's uncle, the supposed leader of the first ones. Meanwhile, downstairs, Hans and Franz Andrew's character was keeping watch to see if the other Selkies followed them into the Jin Maw, when lovely Para came in and sat next to him. They exchanged a few words of pleasant conversation, but then otherwise let the conversation lie. Now, upstairs, Una, Nora, and Rowan are standing in her rope trick with Ualan, trying to decide what they should do next.
What were we talking about? Oh, what we're gonna do.
So he thinks basically, he's like, so I think that it would definitely be dumb for them to think I got beat up.
Well,
I think
no, that's not what not now. That's like, I'm not gonna let you go back to Lou and them looking beat up. That's dumb. What I'm saying is we should try to find a way to confront Lou, Para, and
Sienna,
that bitch, someplace else, and have you be a casualty that got away, if that makes sense.
Sure. Ugh. It's gonna rely on some good lying on my part, which I'm not the best at.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I can send a friend with you, and he can tell me where you guys are, and we can confront you in a place that is away from people who may be caught in the crossfire.
The best chance of... Oh, go ahead, Aaron. You look like you wanted to say something.
I have a question.
Yes. Tree man.
Hello. Why?
Oh, you didn't say it.
No. I rolled earlier to see if Rowan would pick up on Andrew's. Don't say anything. And I rolled higher than a 10, so I picked up on it.
He's learning.
Yeah. I have a +0 to insight, so like if it was a straight 10, it would be iffy. Why would we need to rough him up? Ualan, right?
Yes.
Do you like these people that you have befriended?
Not really.
Do you want to stay with them?
You mean like carry out what we were supposed to do here and then just GTF up?
Right.
GTF out of town?
That's totally what he would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lizzie,
Get the fuck out.
that again.
Do you want me to are you saying would it be better to just get out of town, like go with our original plan and then get out of town and then go back with everybody?
I'm purely asking if you intend to carry out everything that you have set to do.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard going back to Perig with empty-handed, which is kind of why my argument is, as much as you're going to not like this, Una, but you should just get used to having things you don't like, I think you should let us carry out our mission and then just leave and stay out of it.
I can't let you do that.
Why?
I feel like the ancestors are pushing me towards this path. and I need to stop what you're doing.
Well, the trick is if we go back without this item that we've been trying to figure out how to get for the last 9 months, your uncle's going to be pretty disappointed. And it's not, and I can't really figure out exactly what it's for or what his other plans are if he doesn't trust me. So if we go back successful, I'm probably going to be more likely to convince him to trust me a bit more and everyone. Because right now, the only one who actually knows, I think it has an inkling of what this is all about, is Para.
What is her story? I haven't seen someone like her before.
She was born with magic, and similar to us, she's blessed with the sea. All of us are. But unlike just transforming, she can also... she has magic that resembles the ancestors when they're angry and the waves are crashing down. But it's more than that.
Or Una would understand this, that she's like a sorcerer.
She was born with it. Yeah, she's a sorcerer with some sort of elemental magic.
Okay.
But it's more than that. She actually has gotten some sort of crazy gifts like your uncle did from whatever this ancestor is that he's following.
Out of character. My questions are tailoring towards seeing if we can have him be a man on the inside. Basically, like, is
which is what he's suggesting.
Yeah, and that's what Una wants.
Okay.
But Una's just trying to figure out if letting him take this thing that they are after back with him would help. Granted, yes, it'll most likely help him, or if it would hurt the cause of stopping them in the end. Because that's Una wants him to be a man on the inside, hands down.
So this item that you're trying to find, I heard you from outside the door say that it will help you get power.
I don't know 100% what it is. It's one of the nobles' artifacts from their house. Some sort of...
Which noble?
As the Bellwater kid. Megan. Megan's so happy. She's like, it's all coming together!
All the pieces of the puzzle.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it all along! I knew it connected!
How happy are you right now?
Well, now Una's idea to go flirt with the Bellwater kid is in full action. No, I'm kidding.
No, boy.
So, if you were to complete this mission, do you know if anyone would get hurt?
Not immediately, probably not. This weapon, I don't think it's a weapon. I think it's some sort of like, I don't know. Hang on, I gotta find my notes.
Says Ualan as he rifles through his bag.
Yep, I gotta look at my notes. I don't know. The stories about it are supposedly it was something made that could it was made by some of like the Bellwater ancestors, used to like call an end to storms but also create crashing waves. So it's some sort of like a bracelet thing. Like armband thing. I'm not 100% sure. I've never seen it before. I've only heard it described from Para. She's been working on this Bellwater kid for a long time now.
Question.
Yes.
Did Oren tell me what he got?
No, he just said it was some sort of artifact. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was from a temple with like Kuatoa in it, and it was off the coast of Breakspear, so it wasn't next to the Bellwater.
Ukatoa?
Ukatoa.
Ukatoa?
Kuatoa.
Buddha needs the artifact that Oren has. That's gonna put him in a lot of danger. Man.
So Megan's brain is processing everything. So
Dude,
he's
my
saying
brain's like fried right now.
his argument is
He
if
should
I'm
take the
going to
artifact
be
back.
they should take the artifact back.
I do not think that they is an option. I think that you would be an option. I don't think I can let Lou hurt any more people.
He's not going to hurt any more people here.
That's the key word here.
I don't think that maybe you could kill Lou, but if you kill Lou, then you're going to have Sienna on him. And if you have Sienna involved in this, and then also Para, who will probably tag along, then this is not going to go well. They're very powerful, Una. I probably could have killed you single-handedly if I wanted to tonight.
Well, I'm happy that you didn't.
I'm happy I didn't either while I thought you were Jasmine, but it could have been dicey.
I would have gave you a run for your money.
I don't think so.
Una'll just grin. Like Cheshire Cat grin.
I want to plan so much, but Rowan's not a planner.
Dude, yeah, right? Like,
what is Nora thinking right now? Because she is more of like the scholar and has been quiet and spiderful.
Nora is actually more curious than anything, but she wants to ask Una a bunch of questions, but she doesn't want to ask them in front of Ualan, so she is staying quiet.
Okay. Sam, give me an insight check. If you're just observing.
That's wonderful. Insight. Okay.
For real.
That would be a 19.
Okay. When Ualan was saying that no one was going to die with them taking it, he didn't look like he looked like he wasn't, like he was vague enough in his answer where he wasn't lying, but he wasn't like saying everything, probably.
Okay. So kind of like he's holding back some information.
Yeah, like somebody might die is what Nora would associate with that.
Okay.
Is it getting this artifact?
Mm-hmm.
Is it dangerous to retrieve it?
Well, we think we're going to be successful with it. It's just a matter.
You're going to be
if there's guards who catch us, then we'll probably have to kill them, but, you know.
So, not everybody will die at once, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're planning on using elementals to go in and sneak past. The magic around the school is not great at detecting elementals sneaking through pipes because they kind of match water and they can get in there easily, and the item's small enough that they might be able to get out with our inside person helping. But
so do you not consider the deaths of these potential guards being deaths that would happen right away if you were to go and get this artifact?
Yeah, I don't know if we would actually encounter any guards.
But you might.
We probably won't. So there probably won't be any guards that die.
But you might.
Maybe.
Okay, real quick. The Bellwater kid, is that the guy who's been hitting on what's her name real hard?
No.
Okay.
Nope. He's the kid that I saw
At the bar?
back in like session 1.
Yeah, way
Do
back
the
at
money.
the beginning.
Do the money
Una
exchange.
caught him doing an exchange for money.
He's the one that
Got
we
it.
questioned Rayon about in the very begining because we were wondering if he was sneaking out magical materials.
Yep, and Rhiannon said that he's here on a scholarship because his family made some sort of agreement with Elaine for him to attend. They're trying to rebuild their family fortune because it got wrecked during the pirate wars.
God.
And
He's a hero complex.
Yep, he's been reading books of fantasy and legends about his house, and that
He's a fantasy about mermaids.
She described him as the son no one has expectations for because he's the third son.
He is a weird thing for mermaids. I wrote that down. Don't ask me why, but it's in my notes.
You never know when you could use that information.
But yeah, that's their person on the inside. You guys could make that connection by what he said earlier.
I'm just out of character trying to think if there's a way if we can use our connections with Rhiannon to get to what's his fuck and maybe
Una does not want to get Rhiannon involved in this as much.
not like get her
You're
involved.
like if we
directly,
could maybe
but, like,
get into the universe or the
Yeah.
academy without, because we have her sealed to be able to get in.
He hangs out at the novice.
Oh, yeah, we could just go
but
there.
would he take the item with him? Would he leave it in his dorm?
I don't think he has the item. I think his family has the item locked in somewhere. Because if he had it, he probably would have.
And they're gonna use this kid to get it.
I think that's.
So they're gonna you're thinking
It's like a
that
ransom
Ualan-
probably or something.
They're using the kid and promising him something to get the item. Is that what I think is happening? Especially since Lizzie said that Para has been working this kid for a long time. I think that they're using the kid to get the item because he's the son of no expectations. He probably doesn't have it. To be fair,
Right.
like his mom, dad.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if he's no expectations, why would he have this like artifact heirloom?
He probably doesn't. It's probably one of those
Right.
like, hey, your family is like in the jewelry business. Can you buy me can you steal a fancy ring for me kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, they're probably playing on his hero complex as well.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't doubt because didn't we say that
Yeah, I think that's what's been happening. But this makes so much more sense that he's the inside man now. Because I was like, why did you tell me that he has a mermaid thing? I was like, he's very important. I've learned all of this information. Where does he fit in? And now,
So I
all
have
the
been
pieces.
seeding this for so long because I was like back in episode 2.
That was like episode 2.
Well, yeah, you
Good
met him in
writing
episode.
and planning, Lizzie.
I knew that they had a noble in the school that they were doing money exchanges with, like to get supplies. But then I always knew they were gonna try to break into the school.
Yeah.
Like I always knew it, and I feel like it was so obviously, which
It's
is
fucking
why.
Malfoy repairing the cabinet.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even. Damn it, I'm so
I mean, it's like a classic thing. Like you undercut what's his fuck to
The Trojan
get whatever you
horse.
want. Yeah.
It's the Trojan
So-
horse story.
Yeah.
You know what the best thing is? What you think? Hans and Franz didn't stay to cast Zone of Truth. Not that he's lying, but it's funny because you wanted to do that and you left.
It's important.
Una believes that
I've got my own plans.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, we'll cut to you downstairs because nothing's really happening as you're sitting in the room, honey, by yourself. Really, you're downstairs. Are you just sitting? And where are you sitting to drink, or what are you doing downstairs, Andrew?
I would try and sit near the stairs,
Okay.
but facing the door.
Okay.
So I can see like both entrances.
Okay. You can do.
But yeah, I'll like order some food.
Again.
I didn't
Yeah,
order
you
food at the last place.
That was us.
Yeah, you said you did. You ordered cheese curds, deep fried cheese curds.
Oh yeah. Let's see if do they have cheese curds? Because you gotta find out where the best ones are in town.
Are these ones better than those ones?
High or low?
Just because if I'm eating this much deep fried cheese, it's gonna be low.
Nope, they don't have deep fried cheese curds.
Okay, I'll get some onion rings.
Okay.
Literally, like not even deep fried, just rings of onion.
Yep. Doesn't matter. He doesn't have anyone to go see tonight. So what if he smells like onion breath?
Jeez, I gotta be like that.
So
Anyway.
Hans and Franz, you are sitting in there, and you do notice that Para does come in and like sit down, kind of by the door, and will occasionally look out the window like she's looking around for people, but also kind of waiting to see what happens in here. But doesn't notice you because you're a different person now. So different face.
What looks akin to Hughes.
Was there anything you're doing down there? Once you see her, or no?
Can I see her face?
Yeah, it's the same as Yeah, you'd be able to see her face because she's kind of sitting in a position like where she's trying to be able to observe entrances and exits too, like the stairs. And it looks like she's waiting to see, like, because she knows, like, it looks like she knows Ualan came in here with the girl, and now she's just kind of waiting and seeing what's happening.
It could be hours.
4 hours later. But yeah, you can see her face.
Okay.
Oh shit, what are you? You got the book open. That makes me, like, nervous.
Well, I was just looking through the spells that I prepared. The only thing I have is detect magic, but that wouldn't really do anything here. I'll give it, like, a good 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm gonna, like, just kind of, like, passively keep looking back at her. Like, maybe I see something I like.
Oh, god damn it. No. Don't make me flirt again. No.
Buy her a drink, buddy. Go ahead. Get the bartender to send her a drink.
No!
Flirt.
Yeah, but honey, this
I can just
flirting
hear
will be
Lauren dying
between
in the background.
where you're the male, you're the female. Now you're in your role.
True.
Yeah.
You're in your element now.
Yeah. The one being flirted to.
Hi, pretty lady. How are you doing this evening?
No. Fuck no. God damn no. Oh.
Hey,
And
you wanted the
let's
DM. This is what comes with DMing.
You know what? I'm gonna Giv is gonna fucking flirt with everybody in your game now as an old woman as payback for this.
That's fine.
You understand that? You understand
Huh?
that Andrew doesn't mind that?
Yeah.
This
He
is
has no
your
shame.
problem. This
Yeah.
is your issue.
Fine, do it. Yeah, you can. Yeah,
I'm just,
she's-
I'm just, like I said, I'm just like, just to see if she like notices me, like checking her out, you know, son.
Don't talk like that.
Don't you ever fucking say that again.
Oh.
Yeah, she notices after a while and kind of like raises an eyebrow and then goes back to like her book and occasionally looking like she's waiting for Ualan, but yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the bar and get another drink. Lizzie, if you are truly uncomfortable with this, I won't.
No, it's fine. I actually was kind of hoping I'd get to role play as her, but I'm just not. I wasn't expecting under these circumstances. So, do you guys want to go on with this, or do you want it to go back up to planning?
I don't think we can skip this.
No, not skip it.
Nope, we're
No.
gonna keep this train.
Look, the scene
on
has
it.
not ended.
Hang on.
We
I need to
are-
pause.
Show right now.
She's just trying to
We
get
are
out of
in
it.
the progression.
I can't do this without laughing. Okay. Okay. So yeah, she's reading her book.
I just went up to the bar to get another drink.
I'm
I
just
don't know what the big
prepared.
deal was.
Okay, we'll
Oh.
come back to them
No,
upstairs.
I'll walk over. Good evening, ma'am. How are you doing?
Reading a book.
Well, that is what you're doing. I asked, how you are doing?
Fine.
What?
Can I help you with something?
Pretty lady sitting by herself, reading a book. I thought I'd come over and say hi. Maybe see if you wanted some company.
You're so generous. I'm actually just waiting for a friend.
All right, that's fair enough. Fair enough. And I'll leave the drink and go sit back at my own table.
Alright. And kind of see her like look at the drink and like, what'd you get her?
Just like whatever house. Oh no, reading a book. I probably gotten her like a decent wine.
Okay. She'll like look at it and sniff it, and then kind of like finger taste it and be like, Okay, and she'll drink it.
All right, have her make a Constitution saving. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't worry, she's good at these.
No, I'm kidding. I was gonna look through to see what I had in my pack, but I'm not gonna have anything that would be a poison. So yeah, that's it. She tastes it, she likes it. I go sit back down and continue eating my onion rings.
All right. She'll like, what does your guy look like? I guess I'm just curious.
Similar to Hughes.
Yeah, so like I said, were you not listening to me when I described what I was
No, I know, but like Hughes. Okay, I know what Hughes looks like.
So like Hughes adjacent.
Oh, like that.
Okay.
So like take Hughes. Is Hughes a really rough looking man? A very clean looking man?
Hughes looks a little bit more disheveled, and not freshly shaven. Like he normally has 5 o'clock shadow, works long hours, so he looks a little tired, and more on the thin side. Like he's got muscle, but you suspect that most of his combat stuff is just being quick and
so
knowing where to hit the bastard.
I'd make Hughes a little bit cleaner, maybe a little bit meatier. Like he's a man who's got a little bit of money to buy some good food, but isn't really overweight. And then just kind of flatten the features out a little bit, change the nose a little bit. And stuff
Are you still a half elf or?
Is Hughes a half elf?
Yeah, Hughes is a half elf.
Probably not, because I don't want to look too much like Hughes.
Okay.
Or
Hughes is the inspiration, not the template.
Knowing what I know about them, probably.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Knowing that they're not a huge fan of humans, maybe the half elf will give me a little something.
I think actually she'll kind of you see her looking at her book and then also kind of looking at you, but it's more of give me an insight check.
Oh, that's actually not bad. 14.
You can see her looking at where you're sitting and has this an expression of, I'd rather be sitting there because it's a better vantage point. And then she'll kind of she'll walk over and be like, I'm sorry I was rude. I'm used to very annoying men pestering me in the bar, but you seem quite pleasant. Do you mind if I sit with you and just enjoy my drink?
Not at all. Come sit down. Oh God, I don't know where I went with that.
It's good, buddy. I thought it was just fine.
Yes.
And I'll. Do I have any books? Yeah, I have those books.
Yeah, your history books.
Yeah. I'll take out one of the history books and start reading it.
Okay.
Let's see who can read harder.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's not necessarily.
What's that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was gonna ask her what the book is. Can I see what the book is?
Yeah, she's not hiding it. It looks like a book of history and legends of the noble houses in the Wind Plains.
I'll kind of
It looks like it's been well read.
I'll exaggerated look at the title, so if she's paying attention, she'll see me look at it. I'll be I'll just kind of nod and I'll reach in and pull out one of my history books.
Oh, sure. Haven't read that one yet. Is it any good?
I don't know. Lizzie? This is a question for you.
Fuck, what history book did I give you? I gave you ones about...
It was more, not necessarily about history, but it was more history of religions and stuff.
You have a historical record of the Maya Empire, pre-conquest to expansion. The fairy tale book from Song. The one about enchanting weapons. Words of wisdom.
That's my brother has that, not me.
Yep, words of wisdom and sacred stories of the Maya gods and goddesses.
What was the first one?
The first one you got was a historical record of the Maya Empire pre-conquest to expansion.
That one I'm pretty sure I've read that one.
Okay, yep. And then you have gods, pretenders, their cults, and a historical perspective.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll get that one out. Because I know I've read that one as well.
Yeah, you started reading that one, which I don't even know if I filled it. Yeah.
It's a very interesting book. Reading about different religions from the area.
Oh, you're a scholar.
I tend to think I am, but I am not.
I was going to say, you have rather large arms for being a scholar.
I do?
Aren't you muscly?
No,
Is Hugh?
he's like a chubbier.
Okay.
Not fat,
Okay.
just
I thought it was
just
all
a little more meat on the bone.
We should all have things we aspire to.
Do you aspire to be a historian?
I aspire to be someone who is remembered by history, but I'm not sure what for yet.
Well, that's a goal. It is good to make lofty goals, because then, even if you miss, you're among the stars.
Oh, I won't miss. I'm too determined with anything.
It's very good to be determined in your daily life.
Sorry, this accent is funny.
I was originally gonna do like full on like French, and it wouldn't come. So.
I would have loved to hear that. Oh, mon chéri.
Oh, hello.
You just sound like Lumiere.
You are very, how you say, pretty.
What was the title of her book again? I'm sorry.
Her book was about noble houses and legends of the noble houses in the Wind Plains. It looks like it's been pretty well read.
Yeah. So, nope, not Hans and Franz. Is there any good stories in the book?
I guess it depends on what you think are good stories. Most of the noble families are highly entertaining to read about. They're mostly made up of rather unremarkable people trying to make themselves sound more remarkable. But it's entertaining, to say the least.
I believe that is how those who write history like to see themselves, which makes learning history very difficult.
Well, maybe when I write history, there will be a fond moment or a pleasant conversation recorded from this meeting.
That is all I can ask. And I'll open my book and just... Unless she has something else to say.
No, it's kind of more of like, you get the sense that like, when she's talking to you, because you are kind of somebody who I think has innate insight and you're suspicious of her, she's incredibly, like, she has this very wowing personality. Like, she's pretty, but she has this force of presence about her, where it's almost like when you meet a celebrity, where they just have this aura about them where they're very confident and she carries herself like she thinks she's better than other people. However, when she talks to you, like when you first met her, there was the rudeness, but now as you're talking to her, you're like, if I didn't know you were part of an evil organization, you're quite interesting to listen to. Like you have a force of personality about you and kind of like a charm.
Cool. I'll sit and read and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's not, you get the impression, like, from your cynical point of view, that she mainly wanted to sit by you because it was a better vantage point.
Yeah, no, and that's one of the reasons why I went over there, because I'm like, well, I've probably got something she wants in my spot, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's kind of like you're mutually using each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna keep an eye. You can occasionally see her look like out towards the window, but like, and kind of like shake her head like he's not in yet or anything, or done, like, and then kind of like go back to her book. But it's pretty subtle. So, I mean, I would have you roll for her, but she's right fucking in front of you, so like, how can you like?
Yeah, and I'm obviously suspicious of her, so I'm...
Oh yeah, like you get a sense that she's probably looking out the windows at the other two, maybe walking around in the rain and being like, no, he's not down yet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. You can actually tell when she's reading the book, she's not really reading it either. Like, it's kind of like her eyes are glazing over the page. Like, maybe she's read it a bunch of times.
Yep.
And you would guess that by how well folded and stuff things are. But it's more of like, this is her cover. So, yeah.
That's legit.
So, you bought a drink. You had conversation. Cut back up to you guys. So... Yeah, Ulan's basically saying let them all leave.
Yeah.
And it would be the safest option. So let them just take the artifact and go. It probably won't do anything to start with. Because he wants a bunch of things. And we've been doing this for 9 months before we found this one. He's not exactly sure what I don't know what all of them are. It's more of he tells Para and the few other select people that are more in the know what to go and maybe what to look for.
So they don't have anything yet. And he's told us
Their group, yeah, their group doesn't. Like, he's like, oh no, we have so much shit that we've stole from the nobles, but none of it's what Padrig wants.
Padrig.
Yeah. By the way, how is Una taking the news that her uncle is leading this organization?
Una's like trying to remain calm, but like her heart's breaking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's trying to put on like the tough girl face, but every time he brings up that he's the one that's behind all of this, her heart's literally like splitting in half now. Which makes her even more upset, I guess, with herself for not realizing it. She's internally beating herself up right now, which is why like I think Una's not really sure what to do in this situation because she's beating herself up right now because she just found out her uncle's behind all this. She wants to trust Ulan and believe that he has turned, but she does have a seed of doubt that he's truly not gonna change, and he's just saying this to let her, be a good girl, let him go do his thing, not realizing that she can't do that. On top of, she really does want to get revenge for the people that killed Lou. Like, there's she's trying her best to stay, like, stone-faced as possible. And, like, it's really hard to come up with a plan right now. Because she kind of wants to talk to everyone, because last time she did it, obviously shit went south, and she wants to make sure that everyone's comfortable with the plan.
He can tell that are Nora and Rowan going to say anything, because Una clearly is very, very torn. Ulan is clearly pushing for one item over the other, but I don't know how Nora and Rowan feel about that item. Like, when he's saying he thinks it's the safest option, he isn't lying. Like, he is meaning that. He thinks it would be the best option. But I don't know if, like, you guys can challenge him on that. But Una is clearly having a lot of confliction over this, so maybe one of you two, I don't know if your characters would say anything or not, but...
That's the thing, like, Rowan wouldn't say anything other than, I haven't suggested him being an inside man yet. That was out of character.
Yeah, but that's what he's basically saying.
That's what he suggested too.
Right.
He wants to be the inside man, and to become that, he needs the artifact to do so. Is what he suggested, to be the inside man.
Aaron thinks that is a good idea because it gets the least blood on our hands and hopefully gets us the information that we need.
Yeah. I guess since Aaron is talking above characters, Rowan, Andrew and Josh, do you have anything as players to add to this? I know you're not there, but this does feel like a group consensus.
It's a rock in a freaking hard place, man.
Well, here's the thing. Like, we can send him off, and we can have we can tail him with Spreul to at least figure out where they are, even if it's in the boar's head.
Yeah, I mean, we need literally every ounce of information he can get us.
And that's the thing. Like that's your main mission is information.
Yeah. And if we can get it where they don't get the object, but we can make it look like Ualan got away even without it. You know, I mean, if we have to kick his ass a little bit, I'm okay with that. But
you're like, I want to punch something.
But
the question is, do we want him to get away with the object?
I don't. Not even a little bit. I mean, because if he's doing it to be the inside man, which I don't really think he is.
Right.
I like he said, he doesn't like Lou and these other people.
Yeah.
And that I can believe. But I think if we let him get the object and take out these other obstacles in his path that are Lou and Parachute Pants and Silas.
You bought her a drink and you still won't say her name right.
She never said her name.
But what would be your guys' opinion about hiding the artifact inside the bag of holding?
Yeah. I mean, if we can get it.
Yeah, that's fine with me, but I mean, if we can, we know what the weakness is, and we know how they're going to get in. So let's give our good friend Rhiannon a call and tell her what's going on.
Ooh, yeah. If we can tip off that there's going to be
a break-in.
Yeah,
or an attempt.
They might up security.
But we want to keep it on the DL. And they
Yep.
said they've got an inside man, so we want to keep that shit like super DL.
But we know
We know who it is.
inside man
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we want to probably keep this as close to Rhiannon as we can.
But will that put the guards in danger? Because they're not afraid to kill guards.
Right.
Where the guards would probably not use lethal force unless lethal force was
Well, I mean,
offered.
but they're guards. I mean, that's kind of what they're.
That's true.
You
But
know,
I mean, we
because
could be-
we'll tell Rhiannon the risks and what's going on,
And we can back up.
Yeah,
for
we could totally be there. That I have no problem with that. But yeah,
Or do you think we could let Ualan get away though? I just don't want him to get away with the
From
artifact.
us or from the yeah.
is there a way? Like I said, try and get as much information on them as you can, where they're located. You know, who's doing what and what have you, and then
Yeah. So
and
I
then
think
if we can get them to, if we can get Spreul to follow them to at least corroborate where their home base is.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's something.
The more information we have, the more points of contact we have on potentially stopping them.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to get where their base is. That's number one. Like, I'm not going to let Ualan leave unless he tells me.
Yeah.
And I'll have Spreul follow. And I can see via Spreul through the whole time. Hopefully he's stealthy.
Well, Spreul can fly high.
Well, yeah,
If they go in the aqueducts.
Well, I wouldn't send Spreul that far in. I would just
I send him to follow wherever the hell they are staying. Be like, follow until they stop. Well, that wouldn't work either. Because the moment they stop. Anyways, no, I definitely want to figure out where their base is. I want to try to figure out what his plan is. But I don't think he's going to tell me their plan. I don't think so.
I think we've kind of got enough of their plan.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't want to give up any more of his plan, that's fine.
Yeah.
But as much information as you can get out of him. And then
I mean,
just,
we've gotten a bunch.
Yeah, and we have, for sure.
It's just, he doesn't know anything about my uncle, minus the fact that my uncle apparently is worshiping some sea god that he's stating as a follower of our ancestors. That's fun. And he's using pockets of people to find artifacts of power, which...
Become a warlock, that's fine.
Dude, pretty much. He's totally becoming a warlock.
He's already become a warlock, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Or a cleric.
Yeah, usually those beings don't really do clerics. But I don't know. I don't know who he's doing.
Maybe he's a paladin.
Nah.
Bring it, bitch.
Oath
But,
of
yeah.
the Sea Tentacles Paladin. No, wait, Oath of the Tentacle.
Oath of the oh god.
Oath of the
What is this
senpai.
hentai shit?
Yeah.
This hentai shit.
The
Oath of the hentai.
Oath of the Seaman.
the
It's been a week, guys. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, I mean, yeah, like we've gotten a lot of information out of them, and we've got like some idea of. I mean, we know they're going to the school. We know they're going to use the aqueducts. So
We know
really,
they're inside man.
yeah, and so really, we need to get this information to Ualan, and Duty
You mean-
Butts Ualan here. What's up?
To Ualan?
To
You need to
Rihanna.
get this-
Rihanna.
Open,
Oh, you
open-
said get this information
you
to
said-
Ualan, and I
No,
was
you
like,
said Ualan.
You said Ulan. I knew you meant Rihanna, but you did say Ulan.
Since Duty Butts hasn't actually seen me,
Mhm.
I can go to Rhiannon if they're watching the school,
Mhm.
and not have to worry about it too much. But yeah, I think we've got some ideas and some plans, and let's keep on going.
We just
Okay.
need to figure out, I think, as a group, is everyone in consensus that he's not allowed to take the artifact? Everyone agrees about it.
We need to do whatever we
I think you can tell him if that's what it takes for him to like leave on good terms. Like, I guess if you absolutely need this, okay, but obviously we're not gonna
Yeah.
let that happen.
Una can't let him get that artifact.
Yeah. Neither can Hans and friends.
Yeah. Letting him pretend that, yeah, okay, that's a possibility. Totally okay with that.
Well, I mean, it's all a matter of like, if you can get it, then yeah, it's yours. But we're not going to tell you that. You got to go through us.
Yeah.
So
Man.
So what is
dude,
Una saying to him then? Because he basically argued that it would be safer and smarter if you just let me take it and leave. I can send you letters and updates like as to where we're moving once we leave here and go meet up with your uncle. Para hasn't told me where we're meeting up yet. She doesn't really trust me, and your uncle trusted her more than me.
So, what were to happen if the three of them died and you were the last one standing?
I don't think that's smart. He would definitely be suspicious of it. I'm an okay liar, but he definitely would be very upset if they died. He is friends with Lou, and Para and him have some sort of religious fanatical connection.
That's not answering my question. If Para knows how to get to him, would you
And-
be able
and
to find him again if she was unable to lead you?
I mean, I know roughly, like, we've met up in Breakspear before with the others. It's not completely out of the wild. That's where we met last time.
Do you know how many of you are there?
Last time I was with anyone over like 9 months ago, there was our faction. I think there was at least a few. Well, there's different tiers. There's probably at least 20 of us. But that was more of like of who he was tasking to go look for items in groups of 3 and 4.
Where are you guys currently staying?
Give me a persuasion check on that.
Don't fail me now! It's a 5!
And why would you need to know that if you're going to let us just do this and leave? You can't just show up and say, "Hi, I need to talk to you."
Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a complete idiot. However, it would be nice to be able to keep tabs on you, since it sounds like what you're still doing is going to take a few days.
That's true. I mean, I wouldn't recommend coming looking like you are. Maybe Jasmine, if they actually think we had a date tonight. So far, I don't believe they necessarily saw everybody else come up here. So maybe we could pass this off as a date, and maybe I'm hooking up with you for a couple days before this goes down. I mean, yeah, they're judging me for it, but whatever.
So where are you guys staying?
I wouldn't tell Jasmine where to come find me. I think we should have a meeting place where if you need to get a hold of.
Do you want to make this place that?
No, I don't really come back here. I'll tell you what. If you really need to get a hold of me, you can have someone send a letter to me for a meetup at the Dandelion Inn, or the Dandelion Tavern.
Is that near the Boar's Head?
No. Wait, I gotta look at my...
What zone is that in?
It's in District 4.
Okay.
He's like, do not show up there yourself or with any of your friends.
Would you be willing to take a pet of mine with you?
No.
Dang it.
I'm telling you how to, if you send a letter to the Dandelion as Jasmine saying, hey, I want to hook up or whatever, meet me at whatever, I will come, I promise. But do not go there with your friends and do not go there yourself.
How long until your plan is executed?
We're using the night of the festival.
I'm assuming, we got the who, we got the what, we got the where, sort of, kinda, we got the why, who, what, when, where, why. Kinda, sorta. The how, we got, sort of. Am I missing something? The who, what, when, where, how, and why?
I mean, honestly, I think this is, without somebody like myself up there to either cast Zone of Truth and then persuade him, I don't think you're going to be able to get much more.
Dude, I have a 0 to my persuasion. I've been rolling crap thanks to this
Oh, yeah,
app.
no, that's
so
random-ish.
Yeah. It's cursing me. I rolled 2 natural 20s. I can't.
Sometimes you need the twins there, and they're not there. They're doing guard duty. And that's okay.
Because we got the who, we got the what, the where, the what, and how.
I think we've got everything that we
I think that's what we can do now.
Yeah.
The when, 3 days that night. Above table, I don't think we can get much more out of him.
How long have we been in here?
At least 30 minutes. Probably it hasn't been a full hour yet. You're running close to out of time with your thing. But I think Ualan would say, if we're gonna part ways, I don't recommend that you follow me, Una, and I'm serious. I know it's probably impossible to trust me, but know this. I do not want anything to happen to you. And I honestly don't think your uncle would either.
I got a question.
Yes.
Can you cast Hunter's Mark on him at a higher level?
So we discovered that Hunter's Mark does not do what we thought it did.
You don't know their location. You just have advantage.
Yeah, you don't know the location, but you can track them easier. And I mean, it's just...
Which is why it gives me advantage to follow him.
Yeah, it's late enough in the evening to where if we really want to go do something, you can drop it on for 24 hours.
I can't because you have to do that at level 3 to get that bonus at 24 hours.
And you don't have that level.
And I don't have level 3 spells
yet. You and I have the same spell levels. I don't know why I thought that.
I mean, you know that right now you guys are in District 5. 4 is next to you, so it's probably not far, but he is saying, he's like, Una, don't follow me. If you really want to not fuck this up, if they suspect something happened or I've turned on them, I will be dead. And if you follow them and they catch you, they're probably going to torture you for information, unless... no, not unless. They probably would torture you for information.
It'd be a lot easier if you just told me where you guys were hiding.
No, it would be easier if you didn't follow. I told you how to get in contact with me. What reason do you need to know where we are right now? Where we live?
To know where to avoid you.
If you stick about your normal routine, you'll avoid me fine.
And what if we decide to go exploring?
I don't think you're going to run into us. If anything, I would still recommend you guys stay a little bit low. Our cover story employer is still a little suspicious of why you were asking so many questions about somebody at the Boar's Head. They've lightened up a bit because they haven't really seen anything from you, or you've kind of stopped pursuing that trail, but they definitely know who you are, and if you kind of goof around or anything, I would definitely suggest keeping a low profile, go about your normal activities, but don't try prying and asking information.
I'm surprised that they're not more suspicious at the fact that I stopped asking.
The Venerable has their own motivation. I think they honestly were trying to figure out if one of us was backstabbing them, which, congratulations, you figured that out. But
that you are?
Of course we are. However, they're probably strong enough to kill us, so if you rat us out, then I'm going to be dead. And I don't think you can live with that on your conscience. And then you lose all ties to finding your uncle, too.
That is true. I need to speak with the rest of my friends to decide on how to do this. So please expect a letter from me before your attempt at the object.
I mean, there's one more chance I might be able to talk you out of this.
I am in this for justice, respect, and to honor those who have lost their lives due to this conflict. And unfortunately, nothing you can say will persuade me to stop.
I mean, that's what I thought I was on this for, too, so maybe you'll change your mind eventually, but...
Unfortunately, I think that I may be on the correct side, and you may have fallen into the dark a little bit, but you're finding your way back.
Well, if you want to keep me on the straight and narrow, let's talk again in a couple days, or how many other days you need. Don't snoop around, be smart. Have somebody run a message to the Dandelion saying you're Jasmine and want to meet. Don't give anything too far away, and I'll just pretend that we had a great time together. I gotta look less depressed before I go down there.
I mean, you can stay up here for about another 15 minutes if that would make you feel better.
I mean, I definitely don't think we should be seen leaving at the same time together, and your friends should probably find other exits out or wait a while before leaving, because you'd
probably wait here after you leave.
Well, this was your room anyway, so maybe I'll leave and you stay.
Yes, I think that.
Make sure to slam the bed up against the wall a couple of times. You gotta make it believable. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. He kind of looks at himself and he starts unbuttoning his shirt a little bit and rustling his hair.
Una gets a small blush. Like, what the hell is happening?
I'm looking like I got fucked, Una. I want this to look convincing.
If you want to look like you got fucked, come over here and I'll hit you with a smite, bitch.
Not that way.
Oh, sorry.
Not that way.
Well, I will leave you to being disheveled. No, would you guys like to go down first? She'll point towards Nora and Rowan.
How nice of you. Do you guys want to go down first?
Yeah.
I thought you meant downstairs out of the bedroom.
Out of the hole that we're in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if one of you wants to volunteer giving him a hickey, he probably wouldn't say no.
I'm a spider bite.
Well, I guess I've done the list things.
I nominate Rowan.
I'll give him a Woody.
Oh.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Not sorry.
You're gonna peg him?
You're gonna peg him?
I mean, would it be really convincing if we give him a poisonous snake bite because of Jasmine's snake?
No, but she didn't bring her snake with her.
Could have been waiting in the room.
Unless Jasmine has snake.
Could have been waiting in the room. You know?
Oh yeah, she did. I mean, you could. I mean,
Nora's not that mean. Nora's gonna go ahead and leave first.
Okay. The hole or the?
Just the hole.
Leave out
the rope
of
trick.
The little rope room that we are in.
Okay. You can do that. Josh, you see Nora emerge.
She's just like shaking her head and just like moves to the other side of the room and waits.
I hate this guy so much.
She does not like him at all.
Did it go okay?
Yes. It went fine. We can talk about it afterward. They're still up
Okay.
there.
Una, if you would like to go next, you can.
I would like a moment alone first, if that's okay.
I was joking about the hickey.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Alone.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
It is something I would really appreciate. I promise he will not hurt me.
Okay. We'll be right outside. And I'll go down the rope.
He kind of looks at you like expectantly, like what, giving you space to say what you want to say. Looking a little uncomfortable too, just about everything.
Of course, Una's probably extremely uncomfortable too. If what you're saying is true, my uncle started all of this.
I mean, I think whatever God reached out to him did, but yeah.
And it was the loss of his sister that did this.
Una, I don't know if it'd be fair to say it was one thing. It was probably a million things moving.
But it was also the loss of my mother and the betrayal of my sister that drove you to him.
Yeah, I mean, look, we all took your mom's death hard, and our friendship was stronger for a while afterwards, but so was our anger, and your sister was able to kind of move past that and build a life there, and I couldn't, and neither could your uncle. So we all just turned to different things.
I need you to promise me that you will not betray me on the soul of my mother.
You see him actually pull out like a knife, and he cuts off a piece of his braid, like his hair, and he gives it to you.
I will do the same and give him a piece and take his braid.
He actually doesn't tie it into his hair because he's like, this would be a bad treat.
Obviously.
He'll actually kind of tuck it in like one of his pockets. You're foolish to trust me, but it's what your mom would have done. I don't want to betray her memory anymore.
She will like grab his shoulders and like put her forehead to his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
I see the light in you, just like my mother did. And I know you will do your best to honor her memory and get out of this darkness. And then she'll break the embrace. And she'll probably give him a hug, actually.
You kind of actually feel him like shake a little bit, like tense as you're hugging him. And then as he pulls away, you can kind of see him wipe his eyes a little bit.
Okay.
Again, I'm serious. He's like, I'm not trying to tell you this to fuck you over, but please be careful and don't try to confront us. At least trust in me to talk to you guys again in a few days, okay? Can you give me a minute in the hole to compose myself? I don't want to look like I was crying as I was getting fucked.
You can do what you need to in here. You have about another 10 minutes before it'll disappear.
Okay, yeah. So he'll kind of be in here for like a couple minutes just composing himself.
Yeah, Una's gonna go down the hole and like leave him be or whatever.
Decomposing himself.
Whatever he needs to do, man.
He's very deeply like upset because he's known for a long time that he's fucked up and kind of, it's like when you know you fucked up and you don't really deserve forgiveness, but somebody's still kind of giving it to you. You're like, I need to process this for a minute. So yeah, you guys are in the room by yourselves for like a couple minutes before he'll join you. So
yeah, no, the moment like I'll give him that hug and he'll say he needs a few minutes, Una will go down so he has those few minutes. So then I'll be with Josh, Rowan, and Nora while we wait for him to get out of the hole. Hans and Franz. I can't call you Hans and Franz and Hans and Franz without being specific on which Hans and Franz I'm speaking.
We know which one's up there.
Yeah, you guys do. I do not. So that's why I'm specifically saying Hans and Franz.
I don't know which one you are.
I'll go down with Hans and Franz, Rowan and Nora. Well, we know who's all up in the room.
But Hans and Franz, you could be in there too. So I'm being specific.
For the listeners, in case they forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is he gonna like come down before it spits him out? Because I kind of want to see that happen.
It's just gonna pop and he's gonna fall on the ground.
No,
he'll come out before that. But yeah,
you should just
what?
Drop the spell.
Spell it.
Well, that's me.
You've got 10 minutes, 9
And
minutes,
then there's
58
this
seconds.
big thud, and then he comes out of the room just like.
Una's not that mean, especially since she kind of needs a minute away from him as well. So
yeah, how is Una look when she comes out of this?
She's trying to compose herself. I mean, she's pretty much putting on that straight face again.
Mm-hmm.
Of
typical Una, like trying to look composed, but clearly like doing the I'm fine. It's fine.
I'm fine. This is my business face. I'm totally fine. Don't ask me.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, she probably cried when she gave Ualan a hug, like a tear kind of went down her face. So like she probably has like that wetness still in her eyes, but like she's more like beating herself up really bad right now. So it's more of like she's just trying to be a stone face. She's trying to put on her warrior bitch face to the best of her ability.
Walk up to Una.
Do you need a hug?
Not right now.
Okay. We're here for you, you know.
She's just gonna like pat you on the shoulder, like this isn't a hug, but I still feel the need to touch you comfortingly, and then she'll move back to where she was standing by the wall.
So, do I need to hit him with the chair when he comes out?
He will be a minute. Please don't hit him with the chair.
You sure?
This is WWE.
I don't think it is needed at this moment. We'll find out in a day or two.
So I might be able to hit him with the chair.
You might be able to hit him in the chair with a day or two.
Just carry it around with you.
Just carry the chair. I got the chair.
Only if it's a folding chair. If it's not a folding chair, it'd be really bulky and awkward to carry around with me.
What did
aren't those ones where you can like unscrew the legs and then
It's where you have
They're
like parts of it that make them go parallel together. It's really easy for transportation.
It's a Bendaya creation.
Yeah.
Created by one of the legendary craftsmen
One of the
old.
bees of old.
Was his name Folding? Is that where the name of the chair
No, it's
came
because
from?
the chair folds.
Oh, I don't get it.
Would a bending chair make more sense for you, Rowan?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Bending chair then.
Yeah, but basically, after like 4 minutes, Ualan will kind of come out and look composed.
That was quick.
Mostly like composed. He didn't tap out. He just was trying to compose himself emotionally, Aaron.
We're not
We don't
judging.
know. I mean, he was in a room by himself.
it's a stress jack off. That's what it was. Just the stress. It had to be.
I don't think out of everything that's happened to this guy within like the last several hours, I don't think sex is anywhere on his mind right now.
We're not talking about
The
sex.
last pretty woman he saw was Jasmine, and Jasmine turned out to be like a baby sister. So
Yeah.
So he's got the weirdest boner
Yeah.
that he just needs to get rid of right now.
Shit happens.
So
It's a shameful boner. Like, oh,
So Husband Franz is gonna kind of watch him climb down the rope and
give him the finger of death.
just kind of stare at him, just like
1,000 years of pain.
Straight face, just stare, not like glaring, just like kind of relaxed stare.
I think he's gonna look at you and like look at Una and be like, I can't believe you've told so many people about about us.
You're actually the one who told
What's
them.
a selkie?
Thanks for that, by the way. And she'll like look at him like, I can't believe you're a dumbass and said that out loud.
Hey,
But
I don't
just
really.
kinda shrug it.
He looks at. He's like, oh, that's interesting. So I mean, I don't really care if they know what a Selkie is because I have no real reason to keep it a secret, but I'm surprised you haven't trusted them enough to tell them that. And then he'll kind of like walk out and he'll go downstairs.
Is that trying to throw Discord?
What?
Is he trying to throw Discord?
He totally just
Hold on.
dissed and threw the fucking
He's gonna
shade.
try to walk out.
He threw some
He's gonna
shade.
try to walk out, but I'm gonna put Hans and Franz will put his hand up in front of his chest.
Mm-hmm.
What is a Selkie?
You'll have to ask Una.
I'm asking you.
You'll have to ask Una.
Okay. And his hand is still like in front of the dude's chest. What's a Selkie, Una?
Once your brother comes up here, I will go and show you.
Now I'm more confused.
Ah.
Now I'm more confused. Why would my brother know what a Selkie is?
I said once he comes up here, I will show you guys.
She's gonna turn into a seal in the middle of this little room that you guys are in.
No, I said I was gonna go and show you. I was waiting for him
No,
to
that
come
is
back
funny.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Hans and
he
Franz is going to grab his shirt a little bit that he's kind of unbuttoned, and like or he'll like step over and kind of like grab his shirt and tear it a little bit. There, now it's more believable.
Thanks a lot. That was super
This is
helpful.
my favorite shirt.
It's my only shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Nora's just like standing there giving him an absolute like
Death glare.
glare.
Wait, me?
The
Like,
cutest glare
The most
ever.
adorable death
Yeah,
glare.
it's
Wait, me?
no,
Wait,
no,
who are you? No,
Okay.
Ulan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
no,
I'm
Ulan.
sorry,
no,
I didn't mean
Ulan.
to rip the shirt.
It's
I
probably one of
apologize.
those like. It's probably one of those. She's like reading a book, or she's like making flowers just randomly to calm herself down, and she's just like.
But they're
looking
all
up at him, like,
hemlock.
Yeah.
they're probably all
Nightshade.
like, instead of like her typical pink and blue and yellow and stuff, it's probably like dark purple, dark red, black.
The idea of like Nora going like dark druid queen, like with blacks and
She's-
reds and dark
She's
purple. would
pretty
be
angry right
fucking-
now, so
would be fucking cool. Like I just want to see her picture, like popping up little flowers that are all angry colors or thorns and shit. Can I go now? Or do you need to tear my pants?
Oh
too?
no.
Don't answer
No,
that.
no,
And then
no.
I'll close the door.
I thought you were still talking about like Nora.
No.
I'm like, whoa.
It was Ulan.
Hans and Franz will kind of have that.
Hold the
Hell
fucking
yeah.
phone.
And then he'll
Zero
look at the-
transition.
Then he'll look at the pile of flowers at Nora's feet.
Mhm.
Are you, Nora? Are you okay?
Oh wait, as one final thing, as you let him pass, he does turn back and look at you, Una, and he does pat the part of his chest where he put the lock of hair, just like for
Yes.
you. Yeah, like where he's like saying like your friends are jackasses and I shit through shade, but I do want to protect you. So yeah. Anyway, Sam.
Really? No.
she's still making flowers. It's her calming mechanism.
Is there anything? Can I help?
Like him.
I don't
I don't
like him
like
either. But she didn't let me hit him with the chair.
The chair would have been too good for him, honestly. Just leave it.
I mean, if you have a alternative, I'm open to suggestions for when the time comes.
I don't know if the time will ever come. I can't read him. It bothers me. I can read some of it, others I can't. Usually it's more obvious.
Read him? What do you mean?
He really bothered me. Part of him seemed like he wanted to do good and like he wanted to change and that he was sad, lonely, that he was just looking to belong. And then the other part of him didn't care at all. It was as if other lives mean nothing. He was selfish and dark. He was extraordinarily conflicted.
That's a lot.
I
mean, to not care about other people, how can you call yourself a person?
I don't know. I asked him questions and he was able to answer them so easily as if it didn't matter. But it does matter. And if he can't see that, I don't know whether or not he's actually going to break out of this awful spell he's under.
Hans and Franz will look to Una. Do you still want to save him?
I want to help him save himself.
But if he does not care, how far will you go?
I think a piece of him was broken, and I think I was able to put a small piece of it in the correct place. I will go as far as I need to until I stop seeing his inner light.
Well, this is your people, your mission, your task. We are here to help you as much as we can. But, you know, if it bothers Nora this much, I'm not sure that I can just sit idly by and wait for the light to die out.
Nora's gonna go ahead and just like place a hand on Hans and Franz's like shoulder or like up on his arm slightly, kind of like everything's okay. Yeah, way up here. Just kind of like a little like reassurance tap.
I understand what you want to do, Una, and I think it's very admirable to want to help somebody in need, and I think genuinely your concern comes from a place of love and family. But I want you to remember that your safety and your family and you matter too in all of this. I don't want you to end up getting hurt in the process just in order to save him. Just promise us if it ends up getting a little too far that you're not going to let him overtake you in your needs.
I will try my best, but I feel like there's something telling me to save him, and I'm not sure what that will cost.
Hans and Franz, as you're down there, you do see Ualan walk down the stairs looking disheveled. Kind of has like a bit of a strut about him. And kind of like scans the bar area. And he kind of like smiles and walks over to Para, who's still sitting with you, kind of reading. And he's like, wow, you finally have taste in older men. Good for you.
Can I help you?
Unfortunately, no. This is my friend I was waiting for. You just took too long.
I'll look back up the stairs and like.
She's kind of giving him like a side eye of like looking him up and down. This is gonna be fun. I get to roll against myself. Fuck. Okay. Look what I rolled for his deception check. Can you see it?
Oh my gosh.
He totally got laid.
Her insight is so bad.
3.
Can you see it?
3?
No, it's a 5.
Oh.
You see.
All right, we're off to a good start.
Holy shit. She's like, well, you seem in a more egregious, happy mood. I'm not sure if I prefer this, but you took long enough. Everything fine? Oh, it's more than fine. I don't need to hear the details. Thank you for the drink. You were wonderful to sit with.
It is always lovely to sit with a beautiful woman in an evening. Of an evening.
It's cute. You can't talk. And then she gets up and walks out with him. Like, because you stumbled over your words.
Well, no, I meant to say of an evening. I was correcting.
Okay, I know.
I'll remember that, Lizzie. Next time you say something wrong about it.
No, I'm joking.
You have to go back and correct yourself.
No. She's joking. I'm joking. No, she'll get up and she'll say, "Thank you for the drink. It was nice to sit with you." And then kind of like looking a little less stressed than she was before now. Like maybe nothing bad really happened, and is kind of like eyeing him a little bit, and basically, they walk out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what Hans and Franz is. Yes.
I'll order another.
Wait, go ahead.
I'll order another drink, and I'll sit and continue to read my book for the next 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'll go upstairs.
Okay. Yep. You guys can kill the time for 15 minutes, however you want. Yes, Megan.
I want to look through Spreel's eyes and tell him to carefully keep an eye on him.
Okay, like outside.
Stay within 2 blocks minimum behind him.
Can't he just fly high as a bat?
Yeah, he can, but a black bat flying in there, I want
a black bat in the middle of the night flying up in
the rain.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah, who'd see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I want him to follow them, but be 2 blocks behind for 500 feet, and then he can come back. And I'm gonna watch the whole time.
Okay. It looks like he actually has Haspriel give me perception checks.
How many?
Give me 3.
What is a bat's perception?
A bat's
perception. Use his?
No, we're using a bat's perception. Bat's perception is passive 11, wisdom +1. So he has
passives on all of those.
He does have advantage on wisdom hearing, but I don't know if that would work because he's so far away. So
and it's raining, so I doubt it.
Yeah. No, it's his passive of 11 on all of them.
The most he can make out is when it's close because they're all leaving. So when he's kind of hanging upside down and just watching them leave in bat form, he can see Para and Ualan walk out together in the rain, and she's kind of talking to him, and he's acting no, she was all over me or whatever. And she's like, God, I don't need to hear the details. And then walking back over to Sienna, who looks she kind of looks annoyed that she was wrong. That's mostly what it is. I was suspicious. I knew this was fucking weird, and you just we waited around for you to get laid. I'm so mad. And Lou just looks like, I'm bored. I want to get out of here. So they kind of start walking back towards you start walking up towards District 4, and Spreel kind of loses track of them a little bit.
And that's
it's not passive. It looks like they kind of went northeast a bit into District 4, but
mainly I wanted to make sure they all left.
Yeah, they do stay near the river, but they leave, but they do kind of stay near the river as they're walking away. So yeah, they definitely all leave.
Yeah, no, I will wait for Andrews, Hans, and Franz to get upstairs.
Get your ass upstairs.
3 hours later.
I mean, if it takes more than an hour, I'd be like, should we go get him?
I'll wait about 20 minutes. Finish another drink, and then I'll go upstairs.
Okay. You then go into the room. You know where it is. You saw it before. They're all just chilling. Una looked like she was going through her bat eye or her familiar eyes. Were Hans and Franz and Rowan and Nora saying anything while she was dead to the world for a bit, watching through Spreel's eyes?
Nora wouldn't really say anything.
I think Hans and Franz maybe would try one more time to just check in with Nora. Or maybe more to it, he would ask, I got it. So, and he'll be he'll pick up some of the flowers that are just in the pile and kind of separate out the different types. Can you tell me what these flowers mean?
The individual types?
I mean, if they have names, that'd be a good start.
Yeah.
And Nora will go through and she'll like be like, oh, this one's a marigold, this one's a pansy, and she'll like, start listing them off. And like she would sprinkle in like after the first couple, she would probably be like, this one means this from my village.
Right.
Like we have a story about this, or we use this at a certain potion or something, and my mom taught me about it. She would kind of indulge in some of those little stories, and you can tell her tone is getting a little bit lighter.
So she would, or Hans and Franz would ask specifically about like the darker colored ones, the crimson red, the dark purple, the ones that seemed off, the ones that were showing up while she was intensely glaring at Ualan. He would have picked up on that, and now, as she's set precedent for explaining and talking about the meaning behind some flowers, go back. Well, okay, but what about this one? And he'll pick up hemlock. I don't know, something like that.
I mean, I don't know if they really have a specific meaning. I know they're not really the same ones I usually make when I'm, making something purposefully.
So what did they mean to you when you were making them?
I've noticed that this is kind of what happens when I get upset or sad. A lot of times I go to my ability to be able to calm myself down, especially when I can't just talk to my brother or my parents and things like that. So a lot of times the emotion gets reflected a little bit in those flowers and in whatever I create, I guess.
And he'll be holding some, like he'll pick up a purple one and a red one. So these are your anger, frustration, something like that?
Yeah, they're just the colors that I guess I think of at the time. A lot of times I just kind of have to picture in my mind what I'm creating, and that's how I, create what I want. But when the colors get all blurred and I get mad or something, then they come out like this.
Well, I have to say, even when you're upset, you still create something beautiful. So, I can't say that it's all bad. But, I'm glad that you have a way to deal with your negative emotions. It is, I'd say, a sign of a good mind, good heart.
Yeah.
But, if you're feeling upset, you don't have to just deal with it yourself. You have all of us, so it's okay to talk to us about it. You don't have to hide it from us.
No, I'm just not, I guess, used to it yet. I'm so used to only having my brother and maybe Mama and Papa, but mostly just Rowan, so it's nice having more family around. Thank you, though.
Of course.
It means a lot.
And Hans and Franz will turn to Una.
Yeah, she's in Spreel vision.
And he'll like nudge her shoulder a little bit. Maybe he'll do like a just a.
She's in Spreel vision for, I guess, I don't know how long that would have taken for her to kind of watch them disappear.
Probably like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, so say 15. Would that be about when you guys got done talking?
I mean, we would have been going through all the different flowers and stuff like that, leading up to that last part. So yeah.
Probably when you touch her shoulder, like when you like barely shake her, she probably wouldn't do anything. But the moment you like touched her shoulder, she'd probably snap out of it and then look up at you because she was probably.
Oh no,
down.
I was sitting like I would imagine me and Nora are also sitting down with the flower. I would imagine.
Wait, are you guys just all kind of sitting on the bed, like chilling?
I was
like...
thinking on the
well,
floor.
Well, probably be on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I was imaging it on the floor in my head. But like,
Same.
Yeah, Hans and Franz would basically like shift over on his arms, monkey walk, and just like, you know, touch Una on the shoulder and just nudge her. And when she snaps out and like makes eye contact, how are you? Are you doing okay, Una?
I have a lot to think about, but I think I need to share a story with all of you.
And just for expedience sake, we'll say that Anders, Hans, and Franz comes upstairs finally. We'll say the 10 minutes go by and he comes upstairs. Unless he's doing other stuff in the bar.
Oh, he already said he was coming upstairs.
Yeah, I said 15, 20 minutes and I'll be up there.
I know.
Now it's been 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm up there.
He'll come up
Yeah.
there.
They have all left. Una will say that they've all left. And I would like to go to, I guess our area is what you would call it, where the shrines and stuff are.
Mm-hmm.
I have something to share with all of you.
I guess the first, just, you know,
I don't.
Before, like, as soon as his brother walks in, Hans and Franz would look at him. What's a selkie?
I don't know. Is that where you're from? You know, like would the Bendaya?
It is something I will have to show.
Hold on. No, he still has no idea.
No. It is something I need to show and explain all of you. Unfortunately, here is not the right place. I need to be near water in order to explain it. If you don't mind, I'd like to show you.
Hans and Franz kind of cocks his eye at his
Hans
brother.
and Franz is like,
oh, this.
Yeah, like, oh, that's what a selkie is.
Oh, is that what bukkake means?
Yeah, right?
Oh, God.
Please let me show and explain to you.
Okay.
I think it will be easier that way.
So you guys can go get there reasonably quick because you have your horses at this inn too.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So
But I think we
where's
should
the
probably
world
give it.
map? Can you hold that up for a second?
You mean the city map?
No, the world.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not gonna do us
Gotta
much
get to
good.
the Dragon Claw.
Right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, totally.
Oh shit! I got a lot.
Right? Meow.
So
Una
you guys
probably
here.
lead them more north, so that way, like, they get to like, because we're like here, right? Is where the camp is.
The camp is like over.
Like
Well,
there?
yeah, the trees probably should come up closer. So like, because Hans and Franz got a vision, the trees probably come up to like here, and then he went into the woods away. So the shrine is probably closer to over like here. So
Okay.
but the wood
Una
should come
would-
down farther.
Go to the basically where the river is the closest, and
From where you guys are, you probably would want to go out through either the Fey gate, like towards the Fey steps, the
Yeah.
gate over here, or go out this one and by the guild. And so
we'd probably go out through the face steps. I would feel, and then like once we get to the shrine area, Una will lead you guys to the water.
okay. Yeah, there's like a small river that connects to the Dakra River a little ways away, like probably like a mile, or not a mile. Yeah, somewhere like a mile away. Like it's a smaller river.
Okay. Una's super nervous. You can tell she's super nervous through all of this.
I'll try and like make eye contact with her and just give her like a little nod.
I don't have to keep secrets anymore.
Well, kinda.
That's what Hans and
really.
Franz was thinking.
Yeah, that's Hans and Franz doesn't have to worry about no secret.
They never know. I knew. They'll never have to know.
No, they won't. So she'll have Spruill back or whatever at this point. And she'll start with like the story of the creation of Silkies. So I guess what is the creation? That they're just blessed by the sea of some sort? We never really discussed it. Do you have like a origin story?
There's a couple different myths. The version that Una probably knows is your ancestors were like incredibly smart, like sailors and like not sailors, seals, and like they wanted to be like humans, like, and so like one of the ancestors wanted to like shed their skin and like basically become like be able to be both. And so they kind of like prayed to their ancestors too for the ability to shift or whatever. There's also a version of it where it's the opposite, where it was like humans that wanted to be part of the sea and prayed to the ancestors for the special gift to, you know, basically don a skin of like a seal. So like, yeah, there's two different versions of it, whichever one Una wants to do.
She'd probably, okay, so she'll start out with, okay, we're gonna do this full story mode. Are you guys ready?
Yes, and also Zoro's even took a seat. He's ready.
I see that. Okay. So this is a secret that isn't just mine, but is one that is kept close to protect where I am from. Ualan doesn't respect them as much as I do, and as much as I trust you all, it is hard for me to tell you this because it is a small form of betrayal to my village. Long ago, my ancestors prayed to the ocean to help them on their path. They all loved the water and were amazed by what could live and thrive. One day, one of our elders prayed to the god, or prayed to our ancestors, not a god, prayed to our ancestors for the ability to help save and protect our village by becoming one with the water. And it is told to us that our ancestors granted them this gift. And Una will take her braid out and go into the water up to like her waist, and then transform into a seal.
And her seal's the exact same color as her hair.
And so she'll like swim around and like do like a little flip or whatever, and then like come on to land, that like kind of crawl back on the shore.
What happens to her clothes?
Oh, that's what the Salky is.
And she'll come back into her human form, and she's fully clothed. It's just her hair. You can now see how truly long it is at this point, and it's like just soaked down to her.
Like down to her knees?
Yeah, like just below her knees is where her hair net, right? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's definitely to her thighs.
Yeah.
So
it's super long.
It's.
Is that a Salky? Are you a Salky? Is the Salky the thing that allows you to turn into the seal?
That is what humans call us.
What?
Yes, we are blessed by the water and our ancestors.
Well, if the humans call you, if we call you Salkies, what do you call you?
It's in your notes, I think.
It is in my notes.
Nosferatu.
No, it's is it Glob? G-L... Yeah, Globshit? Is that what it is?
I think so.
It's Glosbe.
Yeah.
Because that means seal.
Glosbe. Glosbe.
Yeah, it's Glosh.
Or it's probably Glosh. It's probably
Glockenspiel.
Hold
Glosh.
on, let me...
Yeah, Glosh sounds right.
Book.
Glosh.
We're gonna find out.
You might have also done it in like more Scandinavian too, because you were heavily inspired by that too.
I knew it was one of them. How do we want to pronounce this, Lizzie? I'll let you pronounce it.
I like the glosh.
Glosh.
The glosh.
Yeah. There's
Glosh.
no like hard consonant. It's a
There's no B, so like the glosh.
Glosh.
The glosh.
The
We
glosh.
call ourselves
because like
the glosh.
Norwegian and Swedish, like those names, like our phonetic spelling of them is actually incorrect. Like hard wrong.
Yeah, well, and her islands are based off of a bit of, which is funny because she based them off of Celtic, but also as well like Scandinavian stuff, which is really funny because the islands I based her village off of were actually founded by Scotsmen and then ruled over by the Danish. So like it was really funny. Like they're part of the Kingdom of Denmark now, and I'm just like, holy crap! So this is this is like Scottish and got some Viking ties to it. That's pretty cool.
So Una will say that in my native tongue, we call ourselves Glosh, which means seal. Not everyone in my village is blessed or has the gift to do this. We are different, but we currently live peacefully with humans in our village.
So there are humans that live
Why
among
do you feel the necessary to say that?
Wow, both good.
And that is the story I would like to share with you if you'd like to go set up tent for the night. And I will tell you how I believe all of this has began.
Okay.
Like began as in
As in, like, a long, long time ago. You know,
the ocean far away.
The town far, far away.
More like why Ualan, Lou, Hora, and Sienna are here. Ualan provided me some information that has finalized this story, and I believe I can tell you all now.
With Una's secret fully shared, the party now must decide. Do they trust Ualan and let him leave with the others with a magical item from the school, or do they interfere? Find out next time on the Guardians of Fehal.